Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Tuesday, March 31st, 2015. Well, March is finally just about over. And I think we're going to be moving into some warm weather here in central Ohio. But even though that may be happening, we had some interesting numbers come out yesterday. Personal income and outlay is pretty much in line. There's, it's kind of good here and it's kind of not so good there. And pending home sales actually was a little bit better than what they expected. But here's the shocker. This is the shocker. So they were looking for a -9 business activity index. Actually came out as a -17. And production, well, you can see here, these are big hits. And yeah, this is, Texas, or I think it also includes a couple other states, surrounding states. But that's a pretty big hit. But the market shrugged it off. They didn't care. For some reason, for whatever reason, whatever drove the price up yesterday. Lots of pundits give reasons, but who the heck really knows? Just everybody was feeling optimistic for whatever reason. And they bought a lot of stocks and they drove the price up. Anyway, for today we have the Case-Shiller Home Pricing Index, the Chicago PMI, and consumer confidence coming out after the market opens. And that's about it for today. That's probably plenty, I would say. Let's see what's going on across the ponds. All right. Why oil falling? Well, that is a good thing, personally, from my personal perspective. Over in Asia, bearish pretty much across the board. And in Europe, I would say, safe to say the same thing. The couple of green ones here aren't all that green. They're very light green, I guess you could say. Let's see here what's going on. I didn't even look at this before. Something happened with Tesla yesterday. I guess Elon, McDonald's to give all... Well, that's not a bad idea, because that's a relatively well-rounded and balanced sandwich if you get rid of one of these buns. But I do love bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. I don't think I've had one probably in a couple of years, but I do love them. Let's see, I think that's about it. I'm rambling here. Let's get moving. Okay, I didn't do anything yesterday. I went to that dentist and he pulled my tooth. It was a molar on the lower back molar. And it was a difficult extraction because it had a root canal done on it probably like 20 years ago. And he had a hard time with it. As a matter of fact, I think he was kind of feeling guilty about it. Great oral surgeon that I happened to get. Native of this area, went to high school, local high school. Pretty good guy, lives on a farm, has horses, and he actually called me last night to see how I was doing. I was shocked. No doctor has ever done that. They might have their office call, but not them. Wow, I was very impressed. Anyway, pretty happy with that. It turned out well, regardless, even though it was difficult. A little bit stressful, but it took him about 20 minutes to get that sucker out of actual pulling. And after I relaxed and got home, put some ice on it, took a couple pain pills, feeling pretty good this morning. I was able to eat dinner last night normally, so looking pretty good. Well, enough about my personal health. The futures here look like, because they're in a very bearish mode. Gold is also bearish. And I was thinking about in another account buying 100 shares of GLD and doing covered calls against it because it's down. It's pretty down. But I can't do that. I can't do that unless they do the 1/10 thing. I don't know if they do that or not. I'll have to check up on that. I can't afford it. See, here's the thing about covered calls. Capital. GLD's at, let's say, 112 or whatever. That's $11,200 to get in on that. And you pull $100 out every once in a while. Okay, well, it's probably a pretty safe bet to buy GLD right now. So if you want to do that and do some covered calls against it, I think that would not be such a bad idea. So, speaking of gold, we're at 1180. Not too bad, not too far off that 1200 mark. Oil's at 47.34, down quite a bit overnight for oil. The dollar's up 65 cents overnight, and the euro US dollar is down a tad from yesterday. I believe it was 108 something yesterday, 107 today. Okay, and you can see here it didn't do a dang thing, and I was starting to tell you why, and it was the dentist. And my alerts all went off. Had the phone on vibrate, and it was going crazy at 9:30. But didn't get in on anything. I think you needed to get in kind of early on the surge yesterday morning. I don't know. We'll take a look at the charts. I just shut my computer off before I went to the dentist, and I never looked back. I just took the day off again. I know, I'm getting pretty lax, aren't I? All right, let's start off the scan with Apple. Okay, if Apple is truly in a downtrend, we'll find out. Let's see if we get a hook here. We're actually in setup mode here on Apple. And I would think that a lot of the bear calls that I was thinking of doing will probably be in setup mode today after the big surge yesterday. Amazon did have an alert on that, but I'm a little bit troubled about which direction this particular stock is moving right now. So I don't have a target here. We still have a PPS down. Looks like, the trend, the most recent trend is definitely down. I mean, that's pretty obvious on the weekly. So I'm thinking that maybe I might look at doing maybe a bear call on this. So I'll throw a target up here. Oops. Come on. Wrong drawing tool. Here. So we'll call that setup mode. I suppose if you just read what I put on YouTube, you would say, make up your mind about Amazon. So I think I have made up my mind about Amazon. I'm still kind of bearish on Amazon. BIDU, same thing. What's going on? I think it's still have a PPS down. We got down on the weekly. It's supposed to be reading left to right. I would put a target in here. So I think that BIDU is also ripe for a bear call here. Chipotle is having a hard time. Look, I think it was going to really gap up yesterday, and then, well, it did. It opened way up here and then just fell like a ton of bricks. My physical therapist loves Chipotle. We were talking about options, and he was actually getting the concept. Young guy, college grad, he's getting the hang of it. Who knows what his future may bring. But anyway, Chipotle, it's a little bit too late. This would definitely be a chase trade, but it's looking pretty bearish there. Costco had a nice move up yesterday. We are now in our second day. And let's see if it's going to... I'm going to put an alert on this. And let's see... I'm not going to... I'm going to go over here, put the alert right there. And let's see if it comes through for us. Chipotle. Or Costco, I should say. They are in the alert section. Okay, let's take a look at the Dow here. Yes, we have that trend line in here yesterday. We're going to see what happens when and if it gets up to it. Probably not going to be getting up to it today. This is looking ominous here. And here's our friend GLD. You know, I would wait for it to come down here and see if it would test this 110 down here, because this is pretty much the low for quite a while. And then I would jump on it, but I don't have the capital to do that. Google, we had this trade going. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. Just remove that drawing. We are headed down here. Looking at the weekly up, well, we're rolling over here, or Google is anyway, but it is now in alert mode for a bull put. So I'm going to throw an alert on here like I'm supposed to, and we'll see if it comes through. Google with an up arrow. There we go. Alright, LinkedIn. Uptrend on the weekly, but definitely short-term weekly trend is very much down. This almost is... I'm okay with this right now. I am okay. I'm going to put an alert down here. Just this is not alertable, but I'm putting an alert in, because if it does move down this morning, which I'm sure it will. See if this can tell us anything here. 250, 256. Yeah, it looks like it might open down. Midpoint here is about 253 from this 255. So it's entirely possible that it may move down right away. We're at 253 here with the alert. I would jump in on this, and it would be next week's expiration, not this week. So remember, Friday the market is closed. So we have LinkedIn. That we will be looking at for today. It's going to be interesting to see as we get to these cash indexes what we're looking at. Okay, weekly uptrend, daily downtrend, down PPS, nice gap up here. Would we be interested in that? Look at this, it's just falling like a ton of bricks. So what can we get here? What would be safe for next week's expiration? We're looking for about a 30 delta. That would be here. $1.55. It'd be kind of sweet. And what strike is that? 44.35. 44.35. NDX though, I don't know. That's kind of scary, but we'll put it on our list. We'll just flip ourselves around here on, saying our bull put yesterday, bear call today. Just because this gap up here is just juicy, when it does something like this and you see that it's going to open down, we're not going to get this price here. This 30 delta is probably going to move down a couple of strikes if it's a really bad opening. So we need to keep an eye on that, but that could be a nice one. We'll look at the other ones though too. I feel more comfortable doing SPX. And NDX and RUT are pretty volatile, and they make some pretty hefty moves. So Netflix is definitely in a downtrend, and let's pull, so see if we can yank some more money out of Netflix this week. So they are in setup for a bear call. Price line pretty much looks the same way. Weekly is still in an uptrend, but the last month it's been moving down. So this, what is here? I think this is a little bit too slow, because when you have a big gap up like that, this sucker is too slow. I wonder if an EMA would be better than this haul. I'll have to check that out. Let's do that right quick. Let's see here. Studies. Quick study. Moving averages. Let's put a exponential. Where are you? Moving average exponential. Alright, where are you? Exponential. Moving average exponential. There it is. Alright, now I have to fix this. Make this wider so I can get some stuff up here. Alright, so what happened to it? What is this? 9-day exponential moving average. What happened to my other moving averages? I don't get it. Let's make this 20, which is a 20 period. I'll put this back on auto. I lost all my other studies. That's what happened. Making me angry here. I'll do something about this later. I can leave that on there for right now. Studies. Let's go back to what we have. Dark version 2. Yeah. Okay. Go back to where we were on that. Sorry about that. Waste time doing that. I'm going to put a different moving average on here because we're not getting the response here. Although it's visually, I mean, you can tell that it's what's going on, but yeah, it's pretty obvious. We're in a, I mean, this is for a month now, and the moving average is not doing anything for me. I could just change this one. This is exponential. Let's change it to a 20. And that's the way to do it. Did it do anything? Yeah, it did. Made it 20. Let's make it 9. There, now it rolled over. Okay. So we have a rollover on the 9-week moving average. Okay. Now it shows what I want it to show. So might just do that and make this thicker. Here we go. Okay. So we have price line that we're looking to do a bear call on as well. And we're in a setup mode here as far as I'm concerned, because I know it's going to move down today. We'll take a look at the Russell. Russell looks pretty much the same as NDX. I'll move this. We have a rollover here. This moving average is, I never even look at it. I might do something with that too. This is a 50. it's pretty useless for short periods of time. So I changed that to a 9. And I don't even really need it. I'll just take it off. So I don't use it on this chart. Here we have a nice surge up, and we're in an uptrend here for sure. Oh boy, you know, I want to move this up here, and we're going to say that we're going to look at this today as a bear call. Let's take a look at SPX. Remember, we're going both ways on this, AC/DC. Yeah. I would be more inclined to do a bear call on this for a cash index than anything else today. So I'm adding it to a setup list. I'm going to take this off of here. And last but not least is Tesla. And you were talking about lots of volume. Yeah, there's, you can see the volumes up here. There's a lot of volume yesterday. I guess Elon says, I got a surprise coming. Steve Jobs, you know. No unveiling of concepts or anything like that. Let's just do this development in secret, and then we can get a nice pop on our stock. You know, let's just buy some more options down here, stock options on stock, and then when we get our nice pop, then I can turn around and sell it. Yeah, oh yeah. Little insider crap there is what I would call it. But anyway, sort of in a setup mode, but not quite yet. I want this one to move above the 50 line here before I do anything with it. All right, I think that's it for today. I don't like the way this looks. It looks cluttered. I don't know why I even need this moving average here now. Maybe I'll do something with the hull. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do there yet. I don't like the red and green with the red and green candles. It's not distinguishable, so it doesn't do anything for me. I'll figure out something to fix there. So that's it for today. Good luck in trading today. I hope you guys didn't jump in yesterday morning on some of these cash indexes. We knew that for the most part they're getting lower highs and lower lows, so that's a good reason to just be careful. So this must be his announcement here. Anyway, I'm trying to finish this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.